All right. We are live. We are live. Yep. Take this out of here. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this up right here real quick because we do have a very dangerous situation going on here. Um, this situation is so dangerous that it requires me to go live, honestly. So, right off the bat, we have a significant, and I mean a very significant tornado down with this right now. This is not good. There's probably a deep, yeah. There's a deep debris signature with this. Let's go do this real quick. Not a good situation ongoing right now. You have a potentially very strong to maybe even violent tornado on the ground. I mean, if you take some look at that, over 110 going with 38 miles per hour. So like 120 to like 38 miles per hour. That's around 100 and like 40, 50 mile per hour winds right there. And then this is a very, very strong and potentially maybe even a violent tornado on the ground doing significant damage. I mean, look at this. This is a area right here that you don't want to see. That is a large debris signature with this. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground with this, and it is going to be doing significant damage. It's going to be moving up to the north and east. This is right there near Banks, and it is going to be moving up to the north and east. Like I said, there is a PDS tornado warning now. So we're going to switch back to the Radar Omega radar, and we're going to call out some roads here. So the areas that are going to get impacted, Catapala, Sandfield, Corinth, Tayyard, Jamback, Sellers Crossroads, Blue Old Stand, Smut Eye, Puckett, Caramon Crossroads, Mount Andrew, Pine Grove, Ox Level, Midway. You need to be in shelter. The 3-notch, Annan. You guys need to be in shelter right now. This is a particularly dangerous situation. The reason why I'm live is because I do think this tornado has the potential to be a lot worse. Honestly, it's looking pretty bad. And it's in a very volatile atmosphere right now as well too. So this could be a long track tornado, and that is not good. That is not good at all. That is a very deep debris signature right there, as you can see. That's gonna be pushing up to the north and east just like that. So we have a very strong tornado on the ground doing potentially significant damage, and it's probably going to be long tracked for a little while now because, I mean, if you check this out, the storm is fairly isolated in nature. So it has the capability of producing a strong long track tornado today, or at least for right now. And you also have a tornado warning up here as well. I didn't forget about this storm either. There is a tornado warning up here. Let's use this radar site to look at it. It's not as strong as the one to the south, but you do have a tornado warning up here. Let's go back down to here and see what's going on with this storm. Now, this storm right here is a lot more significant. So let me check this out for you guys. Yeah, that's a pretty deep debris signature with that storm right there. Like I said, we'll have the debris signature up there on the top of my screen, and you'll be able to see the actual radar imagery. You do have a storm chaser over here. This is near Troy, Alabama. I mean, the northeastern parts of Troy, Alabama, just took a direct hit, possibly from a very strong and powerful tornado. I just wanted to just get that out there now that this is not a situation you want to be in. So just share this information. Like I said, this is a PDS tornado warning. This is a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado now for central Pike County. So you guys need to be in shelter if you're in Pike County. This is a life-threatening situation. Take cover now. Yes, this is it's the same storm system, but just a different tornado, and this is a very significant tornado actually. Just share this to as many people as possible. Like I said, this is the reason why I'm live is because I do think this storm has the capability of being very, very significant. This could be a long tracked one once again, so that's why I'm live now. Because I was gonna go live again, but now that I'm looking at this, it's looking fairly significant. I know I missed some tornadoes earlier. I apologize. I literally couldn't keep my eyes open, y'all. I had to get some rest. Like I said, I'm still new to this severe weather, forecasting and live casting and stuff like that. So I gotta cut me some slack. I gotta get some practice in. But yeah, this is a dangerous situation. Like I said, there are, I think, yeah, three tornado warnings now. So there's 3 tornado warnings. So we can you have 2 PDSs and just 3 regular and 1 regular warning. like I said, there's a pretty big debris ball with that. So if you were to go to the second radar over here, this is what we're looking at right here. This is a pretty powerful tornado on the ground, according to radar scoped here, and this is looking at a very significant. This is gonna be moving up to the north and east just like that. It's gonna be crossing this road right here. This road is let me see. This is Highway 29. So if you're on Highway 29 near Perut and 10 yard, you need to be in your shelter right now because a potentially significant tornado is on the ground, about to head your way. And this is going to be going over to near Smut Eye, and Pero and Blue's old stand. So you guys need to be in shelter now. There's a lot of people in this area because, like I said, this is near the city of Troy, Alabama. This is north and east of the city of Troy, Alabama. So a very strong tornado is on the ground doing big time damage. I mean, you could see it in the velocities right here. The very strong tornado right here. So just be in your shelter. I'm actually gonna go to this real quick so you can watch this play out. But you have a very strong tornado on the ground doing big damage. It's almost paralleling a highway right now. No longer seeing any debris ball on the reflectivity on the radar Omega, but I mean that could definitely easily change here. You still have a debris signature right here. As you can see, that's going to be going right towards Corinth, or yeah, Corinth is how you pronounce it. Jamback, Star Hill, Cameron Crossroads, Mount Andrew, Puckett, Smut Eye. You all need to be getting in your shelters now because a potentially significant tornado was on the ground doing big damage right now. And like I said, the storm has the capability to be another long track storm. Like I said, even if the high risk is down, even if there's no high risk, you're still a moderate risk. This area is still favorable for significant long track, potentially violent tornadoes today. So you still need to watch these storms. I mean, all these storms still need to be watched very carefully. I mean, you can see it's a very strong tornado on that radar right there. So we definitely need to take these storms seriously. Like I said, all these storms down here, even though they don't look impressive, they can definitely be impressive by producing a strong tornado. So we definitely need to be getting into our safe spots now. But yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. Oh boy, that is not a good signature you want to see right there. That is a powerful tornado on the ground. Who's impacted? This is in Alabama right now. So this is in Alabama. There is a very strong tornado on the ground doing big damage right now in Alabama. I mean, you do have a debris signature, a pretty deep debris signature actually. That's going to be going up to the north and east. Like I said, Corinth. You guys need to be underground now. This is south of Sandfield right now. So if you're Sandfield, you should be in shelter. This is right on top of you. Sellers Crossroads. Like I said, Highway 29. Belloc Country Road need to be in shelter now. Like I said, this is a particularly dangerous situation. So this is a PDS tornado warning, y'all. A PDS. So this is a confirmed large let me see. Let me read it again. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornadoes on the ground moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. So that's what it's looking like here. This is a pretty strong tornado on the ground. Like I said, there's a pretty well pronounced debris signature with this. That's going to be going up to the north and east just like that. So all these small towns that I called out here, you need to be in your shelter. Okay, that is just, you need to be in your shelter because this is fairly significant, and this is going to be moving up towards Midway. So Midway, you need to be in shelter. They are so confident that they issued a PDS as far out towards Midway. So they are confident that this storm is going to be able to produce a strong tornado, and there's a mesoscale discussion. So let's read this out. Two leading supercells across eastern and southeastern Alabama have both recently produced tornadoes based on KEOX and KMXX velocity and dual PAL data. Surface observations just ahead of these cells show 30 to 40 mile per hour low level winds. High quality moisture in the mid 60s ahead of these storms. This suggests that although these cells are approaching the eastern edge of the effective warm sector, they will likely remain in a favorable thermodynamic environment for the next 1 to 2 hours. Additionally, regional VWPs continue to sample 1 to 2 kilometer SRH on the order of 500. Jeez. Okay, so wow. These cells will continue to be capable of producing significant EF2 plus tornadoes in the short term. So these storms from the Storm Prediction Center, they are able to produce EF2 plus tornadoes. That is their graphic on this storm. So they are very concerned about this storm. of these two storms, both this storm and this storm, that they're able to produce EF2 plus tornadoes. So we definitely need to keep that in mind. There is now an atmosphere, or there has been an atmosphere of these storms that are capable of producing strong to maybe potentially violent tornadoes. So we gotta take note of that right now. There is a atmosphere for these storms to produce a strong tornado. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see what's going on up here with this. Bunch of straight line damaging winds with this. It looks like. Yeah, so eastern Georgia, like Peachtree City, Noonan, south of like Atlanta and stuff, you guys need to be weather aware tonight, because there's a lot of storms that has a history of producing tornadoes and will definitely produce more tornadoes in a short term, according to the Storm Prediction Center. So like I said, we're going to be live for a little bit here covering this, just for a little bit. I mean, that's a pretty tight area of rotation right there still. I mean, this is still a very strong area. So this can definitely well produce another strong tornado if it's not on the ground anymore. I mean, it's probably still on the ground if I check this out now. Yeah, still on the ground, but nowhere near as strong with the debris signature with this. So that's the good thing, I guess. Still a tornado on the ground, still doing some damage. This is probably going to recycle and drop another tornado as we go ahead of this. So I do want to point that out now. Like I said, y'all, a particularly dangerous situation, tornado warning. It's still in effect now. It's only one in effect, but there's still one in effect now. So still a particularly dangerous situation is ongoing right now. Considerable damage threat tag with this. It is weakening a little bit now. It's probably no debris signature with this, so it's probably not on the ground anymore. Yeah, so the debris is fanning out. It's probably not on the ground, but it definitely it definitely is a tornado that was in progress that could recycle again and possibly produce another tornado. So we are down to one tornado warning. So it's one PDS and just one tornado warning. And that's for this storm down here. So we got to watch these storms carefully. How to fix my camera there, y'all. My fault. But yeah, like I said, right now, if you guys are just tuning into the stream, this is a brief live coverage for a dangerous tornado. I feel like, and I mean, I'm not the only one that thinks this too. The Storm Protection Center just put out a concerning a mesoscale discussion talking about this specific storm that is producing a strong tornado, or at least was producing a strong tornado. Like I said, this is not probably on the ground anymore, but that could change. Yeah, I'm saying no signs of debris with this anymore, but that could easily change. This can easily recycle. I think once this, because you can see the inflow notch, but once this mess right here clears out, you're going to have another inflow notch, so more inflow is able to shoot into this storm. You also have a mess down here that's messing with it as well, like this convection mess down here. So I don't know if that's going to affect it as well, but still, you're still able to get a pretty strong tornado with that. I mean, yeah, look at that. The eastern part of Troy just got hit by a possibly a significant tornado here, which is unfortunate, but that's what it's looking like. We do have a lot of tornado reports from earlier, from the strong tornadoes that happened in Alabama. Like I said, I do apologize for missing those. I literally couldn't keep my eyes awake or eyes open, so I do apologize. But this is was a verified high risk outbreak. Honestly, I mean, it's still going, You got it all the way until tomorrow as well. Got all the way until tomorrow. This line's gonna go all the way here. I think it stretches all the way up to my general vicinity as well. So there's something to keep in mind about. We gotta watch this very carefully though. Now this is downgraded, so there's now 0 PDS warnings. So let's take that away. 0 PDS tornado warnings. We only have one observed confirmed tornado on the ground currently right now. Or at least it was on the ground. I don't think it's on the ground anymore. Because if we check radar scoped here. Now, radar scoped is showing a different story. Like I said, it's not on the ground anymore. From the looks of it on radar scope. There may be a little bit of a debris fan out on the radar scope. But honestly, other than that, it's just another convective mess, it looks like. But you can still see the supercell shape in here. So there still could be a chance that you could get another strong tornado out of this. If this area right here, if this area is able to like open up and more info is able to shoot into it, I think we could definitely see another potentially strong tornado out of this. But we just need more info in this because RFD is not kicking right now because I think these storms are kind of messing with the RFD. Yeah, that other storm did dissipate from the looks of it. But you still have this storm down here that's still trying to do something here. So, like I said, I don't think it's on the ground anymore at all. I think it did die off a little bit. But it could easily recycle. Easily recycle again. So we're gonna have both screens on the radar scope and radar omega here. Actually, let's actually check out. There's no longer a high risk with that. Let me check out the most recent. Yeah, 0Z. Let's check out the 0Z. So this is the 0Z, right? This is for tonight. So let's check this out. Still some strong storms moving on through. This is around the time right now. The storms are still moving on through. It's gonna be pretty strong. They're gonna fizzle out a little bit, but then they're gonna respark again tomorrow. In South Carolina and North Carolina I mean, look at that. It's a giant line of storms right there. So I feel like there is going to be a severe weather threat for tomorrow as well. But nothing too crazy. Yeah, nothing too crazy with that. Get a better look at this. There's nothing too crazy going on with this. I mean, it's definitely going to be some severe weather. But nothing too intense. And the storm should be out of here by Monday. So have a pretty large a very large 5% area actually, with a large 2% area. So you definitely could get some tornadoes tomorrow. Definitely indeed can get that. Now this is radar indicated, no longer a confirmed tornado on the ground. If this trend does continue to show this storm dying, then I will end the stream. But if I see any further of intensification, then I'm going to keep the stream up. So if you got to keep this in mind, we still have a tornado warning right now currently. And that still includes Midway. It's no longer PDS, but it's has history of producing a very strong tornado. So please, please, please take this one seriously. I mean, we can get a closer look at this too and see the HRRR in this. This is the 3Z. I might as well use that. I don't care. Let me yeah, I mean, there's still gonna be some pretty strong storms. There's still gonna be storms that's gonna fire up. It looks like it's gonna fire up a lot more. I mean, this is right now. This is supposed to be later apparently, so it's still supposed to be some storms to fire up. Keep this going on through it. I mean, it's gonna pack a punch tomorrow. I mean, some of these storms up here might be pretty significant as well. There's multiple rounds, so don't be surprised if there's an enhanced risk tomorrow for these storms. I wouldn't be surprised at all. If there was like a enhanced risk, like somewhere in like this region, an enhanced risk for severe weather, and maybe I don't know about up here, but I mean there's some decently straight line damaging wind threats with these storms up here. So don't be surprised if the storm prediction center does put a enhanced risk out for tomorrow's storms. And we can check the 0Z once again. I think the 60 is going to trend to a more stronger setup with these storms tomorrow. I mean, this is pretty potent storms. And an enhanced risk at the maximum. We'll see tomorrow. Yeah, watching the radar very carefully here. Like I said, if you're still in Midway, be in shelter. Stay off the roads in Pine Grove, Ox Level, and Midway. Also, storm damage from today was also pretty significant as well. I do want to say that now. Yeah, pretty strong tornado that just happened there a couple minutes ago. We got a new radar update. Let's see what this is about. No new velocity scan yet. Yeah, no new velocity scan with that one yet. Let's check and see if there's any other storms that are concerning. Let's use radar scope for this one. Let's change back to velocity axis and see if we see any areas of rotation or concern. Nothing there. Maybe down here. Let me check this out. Yeah, there's a straight line damaging wind threat, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were to be something trying to form here. I mean, you can kind of see something we're trying to form there. Be aware of that. I mean, it might try to do it again. This area it might try to do it again, but I don't know. Still moving towards Midway in that general direction. I think it's getting embedded with this line right now. That's probably the only thing. Like I said, if you guys are joining in the stream now, there are 0 PDS warnings now. Only just one single tornado warning. If I think once this warning gets canceled, or if I just don't see any real threat with this one anymore, I'm gonna just end the stream there, because there's no real threat to be live. I mean, you still have a little bit of an area of rotation right here that's gonna be moving up to the north and east like that. So, like I said, still seeing these safe spots if you're under a tornado warning, regardless. Yeah, I think the storm storms look like it's about to be embedded with this line right here. So I don't think it's going to be much of a huge threat anymore. I mean, there still could be an embedded QLCS tornado threat with this. I mean, yeah, there is a possibility. Because, I mean, if you play this back, I mean, yeah. I don't think it's going to be much of a significant tornado threat with this one anymore. Yeah, they shrunk the warning box just now. Hopefully everybody in Troy, Alabama is all right, because Troy got hit pretty hard here. Let me check and see if there's any updates on that. Also, the last night's tornado in Arkansas was violent. There is anchors showing from these homes that got hit by this tornado. Wow. This is a major. I mean, there were over 248 tornado warnings issued. The majority of those were confirmed. And there's still more to come. I mean, you still have this that they didn't even put in yet. So this is like I said, this was a very, very pronounced a multi-day tornado outbreak that happened today and yesterday. Unfortunate. I'm just looking at like details right now before I talk about anything else because there's still a tornado warning, but it's not as significant as what it was before. It's still being your safe spots if you're in Midway, and get off the roads if you're on Highway 82. So far, there's been two EF3s, three EF2s, and one EF1. From the outbreak that happened on Friday. There's already been a couple VF3s, and there's probably going to be a lot more, maybe even EF4s from these violent tornadoes that happened today. So don't be surprised if you see more EF3s and EF4s coming in. Yeah, there's been a lot of major tornadoes from this. A lot of major tornadoes from this right here. um, yeah, new velocity scan just does not look tornadic at all. So I'm gonna end it here. I am gonna end it here. But like I said, I wanted to go live for this specific tornado only because I thought this one was going to be, which it was definitely a very concerning situation. Now it's downtrending because this is getting embedded in the line of storms now. But there definitely could be a lot more. Yep. So I'm in the stream here, y'all. Be careful. Honestly, these storms are still very potent. There's still a very strong line of severe thunderstorms. I mean, look at that damaging wind threat right there for Auburn and Georgia or Alabama. Sorry, big time damaging wind threat with that. I mean, look at these winds right here. Very strong winds with these storms. So please be aware of that. Yeah, there's a considerable severe thunderstorm warning with that one. I'm not surprised, honestly. just be aware. You're still in a moderate risk, so you're still able to see some very strong tornadoes from these, regardless if you'll see us or not. So that goes for you too in Atlanta, Georgia, and stuff like that. You still need to be weather aware. But yeah, I will catch you guys in maybe at the video tomorrow. Depends. See what I do.